Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Hi guys, and welcome to another Fool of the Week. Now this week's fool is someone who shouldn't really be one, but she turned herself into one in order to defend Boris Johnson and her Conservative Party. Last Christmas, the guidance during the pandemic was that people were to avoid Christmas parties and other gatherings. Johnson said some days ago that he hoped that this Christmas will be better than last year's one. Anyway, Maggie Throup, the current undersecretary for Public Health, tried to sell the idea that the guidance was followed, but the guidance wasn't, as members of Number 10 last December held a party and Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister, attended.
Yes or a no?
And we weren't allowed
workplace
parties
and
either.
I've been reassured that all guidance was carefully followed as it continually is.
Does that answer your question? No. Do you want another go, Maggie?
Blag.
My answer's not going to change because the guidance was followed as the Prime Minister.
But that must mean that there wasn't a party then, because the guidance was no Christmas parties.
There was a party. Whatever the event was, then
there was an event.
I gather that whatever people. I mean, and also this has been just rumour and hearsay.
Now she's trying to resort to this is rumour and hearsay that there was a party. There was an event, but you were not supposed to have events. Okay, well, it's just rumour and hearsay. Look, there was a party. Boris Johnson attended the party. There should not have been a party because the guidance said you should not have these types of gatherings. You're not supposed to have parties. Boris Johnson attended a party at Number 10. That's it. Okay? Now, it gets worse, unfortunately. The issue of face coverings came up.
I think with regards to the economy, we do need to keep the economy going, and that's why we mandated for face coverings just in shops and on transport, and not to go wider.
That doesn't make sense, does it?
It does
You're
make
a scientist.
sense.
Maggie, you're a scientist. You know that's nonsense.
You look at other places, other venues.
You saw the moment where she realised that the position of politician ended and rational person took over. But there was a conflict, the conflict within her brain. I can't answer the question. I can't agree with him because I know he's right. I have to switch back into politician mode. I have to switch back into Tory mode, defend the party. Even though I know behind closed doors, if you asked me in my home, I would say this is a terrible idea just to have face masks in restaurants and on public transport. We need to have them more all over the place. She would agree with that. But she can't say that because she's a politician and because her party is going against the advice of SAGE.
And gentlemen talked about the pub. People can still go to the pub, but when you're in a pub, you tend to be drinking and eating.
You're normally
and you
sitting
can't wear
down
a
next
face
to somebody for half an hour, 10, 20 minutes. When you pop into a shop, you're popping in quickly. Why would you then put masks on when you go into somewhere quickly? But where you're going to be sitting next to someone for possibly hours, the whole group of unventilated premises over Christmas, cheek to jowl, you don't have to wear a mask.
I think
It's quite sad. It's quite sad when he said here she's a scientist and she understands the reality of the situation. It's sad that she has to switch back into politician mode and defend the government, even though deep down she probably feels that the government cannot be defended. So that's why she's our Fool of the Week. See you next time for our next Fool of the Week.